After intense battles in Syria, Kurdish forces have now agreed to a ceasefire and integrate with Syria's security forces. Elsewhere in the region, Israeli officials have announced that the Rafah border crossing between the Gaza Strip and Egypt will reopen on Sunday. NTD's Jason Perry has a Middle East update.
Syria's security forces have been taking back large pieces of land in Syria that were once controlled by Kurdish forces. The Kurds, which once controlled about a quarter of Syrian territory, were also once a strong U.S. ally in fighting ISIS terrorists in Syria. But now that U.S. support for Kurdish forces in Syria is virtually gone, the Kurds appear to be retreating from territory they once controlled. This comes as President Trump has built close ties with Syria's new leader, a former al-Qaeda affiliate, Ahmed al-Sharaa. And on Friday, the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces agreed to a ceasefire with the new Syrian government. And Kurdish forces in Syria also agreed to a phased integration into Syria's forces, which the U.S. called a, quote, historic milestone. However, some Kurds in Syria still don't trust Syria's government.
The arrival of Syrian security forces in large numbers or in significant deployments raises suspicion and fuels fears that massacres could occur and that chaos could break out.
Syria's security forces are accused of killing hundreds of civilians and minority groups, such as the Alawites and the Druze community. Syria's leader, Ahmed al-Sharaa, previously said he would hold accountable those who targeted civilians. Also on Friday, Israeli border police reportedly carried out a nighttime operation in the West Bank to catch a terrorist who was planning an attack. Israel said he attempted to escape, but police shot him in the leg. The suspect was detained and transferred to a facility for further investigation. In another development, the Israeli government said the Rafah crossing between the Gaza Strip and Egypt will reopen on Sunday in both directions for the limited movement of people only. The announcement comes after Israel recovered the body of the final hostage in Gaza, and reopening the Rafah crossing is a step agreed to in President Trump's Gaza peace plan. A 14-year-old Palestinian burn victim hopes to use the crossing to travel to Egypt to receive medical treatment.
They treated me. But no matter how much they treated me, I couldn't complete my treatment here because this wasn't available. I need to get a referral abroad.
Israeli officials have said that about 4,500 patients and caregivers in Gaza traveled abroad for medical treatment during the Israel-Hamas war. Jason Perry, NTD News.